I've seen a lot of the like ADHD notes app trend videos, and I have a bit of a different take. As someone with ADHD, I feel like my notes are meticulously organized because it's the only way that my brain feels like it can take a deep breath, because it has put something out of my brain and onto paper. So here are some of the notes that I find really help me. One, we have an ongoing shared note between myself, my husband, and our nanny for groceries. So throughout the week, we're adding stuff on there, or we're checking things off on Sunday nights, depending on like if we need it that week. So the list always has like the same set of things, because for the most part we get like the same things every single Monday, and then there are additional things that we put on and off depending on the week. My husband and I have a shared note that's called agenda to discuss. So if there's something that like we want to have a longer sit down conversation around, we put that on there, and then at night after the kids go down, we'll be like, okay, do we have any agenda items that need to be discussed? Because there's nothing more that I hate than when we're with the kids and like doing something and he tries to have a serious conversation, whether it's about planning something or finances of something or whatever it might be. I'm like, why are we talking about this while we're trying to like put the kids to bed? Can we just do this later? So that is how we know what we have to talk about later. My to-do list, meticulous. I have priority, which is like, this needs to get done today. Then I have like this week, and those are things that I kind of fill in. And then I have ongoing, which is like, there's no deadline, but eventually I want to get around to them. And then this was a piece of advice from my coach, because I get so overwhelmed with when I have a lot going on. It feels like it's constantly something I should be doing, even though if it's not in my, like the ball's not in my court. So I also have a section on my to-do list that's called Balls Not in My Court. And it's things that are ongoing, but right now there's nothing I can do until someone else does something. So that's a separate section of the to-do list. Then I also have a list of people I've met in the area, because I feel like when we moved here, I was meeting all these people and I was like forgetting their name or forgetting things about them. So I have an ongoing list of people I have met and like a note about them. And I honestly haven't referenced it at all recently, but it was very helpful in the beginning of like living in a new town. And then the other lists are questions I would ask, like dream guests. Like I have a list for a few dream guests that I will continuously just add questions to, in the hopes that one day I get them on my podcast. And then the other stuff is like work related, and a manifestations list. That's an ongoing one. So my notes, let me just say, ADHD, yes, meticulous. They are my lifeline.